Hey guys, just here to make you a video today. And I was genuinely wondering this, when do you guys watch my videos? Do you guys watch my videos when you're on lunch? When you're on a car commute, somebody else is driving or something like that? I don't know do we got any, I've always watched a lot of anime, where you got the stereotypical train ride, or people watching during a train ride. A fun little fact about myself, a couple sets ago, when they had Yordles, I was a Yordles OTP. This is when they had the Yordle portal for all you young bucks. And every round that you had Yordles enabled, it used to give you a free Yordle. And I think now I'm going to turn back into a Yordle OTP. So you guys are going to see a lot of games of Yordles popping up. And I think there's a few ways you can play Yordles this set. You're not always railroaded. So I know I clicked that very quick, but we're not going to get the best bedazzled clip here, but I'll tell you what's up. So we're taking Lee Sin as our hero augment every single time. So I don't really care about what these other two, three companies fine, but it's just basically 12 gold, right? We just sell it for the 12 gold. Combat caster, your units gain 100 something shield for 6 seconds after casting their spell. Neither of these we're going to take because we're taking Lee Sin. We want the trade sector. We gain 2 gold and a free shop refresh each round. And the reason why I think I'm going to become a Yordle OTP is lately with Mort and the whole crew, they've been messing with hero augments a lot. They've been changing up the dynamics of the game just by these hero augments. So we went from a Twisted Fate and Orin meta into just a Draven meta for like 2-3 days where everybody just rocked Draven because there was so much tempo. And now it's an Ezreal meta where you're getting a ton of free items and things like that, right? And what I got to, thinking up in the cranium, I was churning the cauldron, so to speak, is I was like, dude, I'm gonna come back to my roots because one, I'm struggling with this set, guys. I'm learning it just like you. And one thing I know how to play is Yordles, bro. They got my baddie Poppy in here. They got some Tristana. I know these waters. It's nothing new to me. And what I'm going to be doing is just... because I understand the tempo of Yordles, even though they've changed the econ. I'm going to be playing a lot of these. And as you can see here, we didn't level up, guys. We're still level 3. We're getting the natural shops in because you want to roll at the 75% chance for commons, right? We don't care about loose streaking in the early game. We want to, but it's not a necessity, especially because we have trade sector, which is a very big thing here. And what I meant to talk about the hero augments is I'm just going to be taking Lee Sin every single game, dude. It's the hidden tech. Nobody's speaking about it. You're hearing it here first. And there's either 2 variations you can play. You can either play like Tristana carry or you can play Clegg carry. I don't think Clegg carry is as good, but you do you, boo-boo. I'm going to be just playing Tristana carry every single game. If I get a really good game for Kled, like it gives me 3 Kleds off the rip, I'll go Kled. But there is, there is some more, the more that meets the eye, right? There's some beef and potatoes to this now. You can choose to either go the Viego with the Maokai for the 3-star for that. And then, because you're rolling all for the 1 costs, right? Or you can kind of just go Poppy and you just go for the 3 Yordle 3-star and you just tech in the other one. You don't care about the other 3-star, like Maokai or Viego. Although you do need several 3-stars on the board to hit a 4-star for the Yordles. It is, it's not always necessary, right? And if you guys really want to get finicky, you can force losses. Like, you can just stack up all your, put your Tristan out front and then, block your, Poppy in the corner or your Maokai or something with the other 2 units, right? Body block them. The one thing I realized about this set is nobody really cares about win streaking or lose streaking. People care about creating their strongest board possible at all times, and they don't care about econ. And they just want to power level to 7 and make a 3-5 roll down where they create the best comp they possibly can. So And in some sense, since nobody cares about the lower tier units, I feel like rerolls can become much more prevalent. I've been playing reroll Malzahar, reroll Cho. I've been doing a lot of these rerolls. And as you can see here, we don't buy the Clegg because we're not going to break that econ. You guys really, it's hard for me to tell you this, but you have to really focus on like the econ barriers here and when like we choose to hold something or, you know, when to let it go. Another thing is positioning here for the Krugs. I don't want to level up because I want to gain this another free shop refresh. But you also see I stack up my units to where I can win this fight against the neutrals, because you can lose against neutrals, guys, if you position badly. But we're going to roll down nearly every cent that we have here. Likely we would have wanted to bet more gold, because we have to hit a ton of Tristanas, a ton of Poppies. Usually you want to stop at 30 gold, but I'm a lunatic. Don't do what I'm going to do here. Usually you're going to roll to about 30 gold. You guys are not going to roll to 0 like I did here. And this is the best comp for finishing off Yordles, by the way. So the second golden, I just gained a minion duplicator and 16 gold. So it basically didn't allow me to be punished for my bad decision making here. And it also allowed me to finish out my 3 stars. But as you can see, we don't have another Yordle out on the board. So we don't gain our 4-star unit. And as you can see, we don't have Gigabyss. But the good part about lose streaking going for rerolls is that you get priority on carousel, right? So you want to keep that in mind. Now, what's the game plan from here? Some of you are wondering. Well, the game plan from here is when positioning matters, but it really don't. Especially because we have the QSS. If J4 hits Tristana, we don't care. The big thing we want to do here is we want to keep our econ high. And you guys are going to see this. I'm not going to roll because looking at the stages above, as I've explained in other videos, around 3-2, everybody's level 6. 3-5, some people go 7. 3-4-1, some people go 7. So you guys have to understand right now we're a level behind everybody. We're a unit down. So we really can't afford to not keep our econ high and get tempoed out just on units. Because our units themselves might be stronger, but they're going to get swarmed like locusts. If you guys ever played any Call of Duty Zombies. That's a reference right there. And we're just going to look to finish items here. We don't care if they're the cream of the crop or not. We're going to go for Kaisa over the Maokai because it's a 4 cost and we want to sell it, gain some more gold. And we can just slam down a Gunblade. Are these ideal items on Tristana? No, but you're not going to get ideal items every single game, guys. Don't chill with 42 components on your bench. In hindsight's 2020 here, guys, I don't know why. Learn from me. I don't know why I did this. I guess because Poppy can become a 4-star now. I can see it now. But at this time, guys, it would have been better for you to put Everwinter on Maokai because of the Shadow Isles buff. It would have went a whole lot further in this early game than it did on Poppy. I do wonder if you guys do like these videos and if you'd like me to continue them. I know recently I uploaded a video without commentary. I can do that if you guys want. I know some people don't really care for the commentary. They just want to watch gameplay. So, and the rule of thumb, guys, is also 30 gold's king. So we can power level up to here on 3-5. It's an interval for us where we have even gold. And it allows us to get our 4-star Yordle buff out there. So that's what we're going to want to do, right? A lot of this game is stacking econ and rolling down at certain intervals looking at for certain units, right? So what's the game plan here? Well, we know Kled 3 and Jinx 3 are possible. So is Teemo. But the cool part is now that we're level 6 on 3-5 here, we get to stack up some gold, stack up some bread, right? And we get to keep rolling. The cool part with trade sector is every turn we get to roll at that 40% chance. So we can get, you know, a chance for Jinx 3 here, or Teemo 3 or Kled 3, but we really don't care about that, guys. We're looking to be power leveling, getting out more units out on the board, because we want to find that Heimerdinger. We want to go for the 5 Yordles buff. That, or just get more out onto the board, because right now our base units are strong, you know, our foundation of our house, but our shingles and our porch and all that are lacking. So we got to get to the exteriors, get some shrubs, things like that. And we're just going to keep taking, in this case, this is actually a good freeze to talk to you guys. So if you're in this spot here, I can see why me personally, binary airdrop, we're not going to take, because we already got 3 items in our carry and 3 items in our main tank. We're never going to take this. You could refresh this. Money, money, money. Now, this is 50 gold. This is like an easy 9 for Heimerdinger. I could see why you guys would take this if you did. But I'm always going to take Bastion Crown here. Both of my Maokai and my Poppy are Bastion units, and I'm actually able to get 4 Bastion out and make them giga tanky, especially with Eternal Winter. They're just never going to chew through my front line, and it gives Tristana time to ramp up her like Insu's Rage Blade. The next priority is probably looking for items for a secondary carry, or items for another tank like Maokai. But you got to make that decision for yourself. Do you think Tristana 4 is enough to carry you in your fights? And it's seeming to be that way. I would have liked to have better items on her, but you know, Gunblade keeps fountain healing the front line. Rage Blade's good. But you guys aren't going to see me roll for the Jinx here, or roll for the Teemo, or roll for the Kled. You know, if it happens, it happens. But I'm not going to force it at this point. What can I control? I can't control what the game gives me, but I can choose where to allocate my econ, right? So we know that, 1, hitting level 8 and putting another unit out on the board, probably a good thing. You know, would Jinx 3 be a good thing too? Yes, but we're going to leave that up to trade sector and, you know, our god Mortdog. These things happen, they happen. If not, we're not going to fret about them. Ooh, and then here's the Heimerdinger on Carousel. We're always going to go for that if we can get it. And we were able to get it. Nobody went for it. So today's a good day, as Ice Cube says. We power level to 8 here, guys, just because we're able to get out the Yordle 5 out onto the board. It's the only reason why we did it. And something to note, guys, you still get components up until 5-1. After then, you don't get any more components, right? So we can slam this item on Maokai and have an unfinished item on our 4-star Poppy. But had it been past that, we are going to probably make a trash item on Poppy like Guard Breaker. And whatever upgrades the Heimerdinger turret gives me, I'm going to take. And at this point, we're just hoping to stabilize and coast out to the end of the game. We really don't have anything else to roll for, so we're just going to let our bread stack, and we're just going to use Trade Sector as our free shop refresh each time to see if we can hit the Jinx 3 or not. Even though we have Sunfire, probably should have took either 3 repairs on the robot or take 3 shrink modules. It's one of the two. But I felt like we already had enough shrink modules, and I feel like, I don't know, I think the Mechano Swarm's actually really good. I haven't had too many games of Heimerdinger yet, but I think that's just the way to go. Hindsight's 2020 though, right? I should have probably went for the 3 repair bot or 3 shrink module on, so we don't have a last whisper on the Tristana, right? But I think 1 shrink module is fine, then more AoE. Because our units don't have a whole lot of AoE, like Poppy hits 1 unit, Maokai hits 1 unit. Although we don't have really a whole lot of splash damage besides Teemo, like chip damage. Tarek doesn't do any. So we're trying to move the Shroud around, but my issue is I put the Shroud on Maokai. Now, Maokai is like, I don't know football terms, so if I use a term wrong, I'm sorry. But he's like the tight end, right? And what I can imagine is that homie holds the door and doesn't let people get around the side to get to the homies. And if you swap Maokai for Tarek on that side to Shroud the other side, they might just knee pump right through Tarek and grab your Tristana. And you don't want to have that happen. Also, with more of the same thing, I should have just went for 3 of just one type with this turret. So I had to live and learn here, so you guys don't have to. I should have went with 3 Mechano Swarm or 3 Shrink Module or 3 Repair. Nothing in between. Because they all compound off each other. So if I already had the 2 Mechano Swarm, I should just went for the 3rd one, right? And since we don't have Piltover Crest, we're just going to take whatever the game can give me. And since it's a tank item, it's going to go on our boy Maokai. You see how we're not forcing the Jinx, guys? Because we're not guaranteed to hit it here. Now, you got to start thinking about, what am I doing from here? What is my max cap board, right? And my idea is, I'm going to knee pump it to 9, and I'm going to get out a legendary or 2, right? Because if we can't find Jinx, what's the next best, guys? We can put in Senna, so that's an option that we can go for. If we can't find Senna, well, we stick with the Jinx. But we're also looking to get Aatrox out on the board for Slayer for Kled. We could always replace Tarek with Cassante. And at this point I was debating if it was better to have the Shroud directly down the middle for how people are positioning. But I think Poppy with Everfrost dead in the center is just too important. I think sometimes positioning to have an edge in one fight isn't better than making, like, positioning for the other people you're fighting too, right? Like, so if you could have your J4 in the center, you know he's always going to get a solid, like, CC stun over trying to min-max it, forcing, like, one person with, like, double chalice or, like, J4 would jump on him. I think it, consistency-wise, it's always better just to have the J4 chill dead center. And I think that applies here as well, right? And we power level to 9 because we do have Trade Sector. We're going to get a ton of refreshes here, naturally. But also we want to get in that 9th unit, right? Because Aatrox, like, basically spawns 2 or 3 times, which gives really our time to, like, our backline to start cooking. And we're just rolling, we're donkey rolling a bit here. We just want to see if we can replace things. And what I'm surprised about, guys, is how much these synergies, like, really line up with this comp on the left side. You start getting, like, a little bit of Exodia over there off to the left. You know, you're like new boot goofing on them. I don't know. I've missed the sets with, like, a ton of synergies on the side. It makes you feel fulfilled. Like, I feel like that's what people play TFT for, not what it is nowadays. Like, that's why you guys will never see me play a game I built differently. I don't like it. It makes me feel uncomfortable. You guys will see me play, like, I missed the set where, like, Aphelios and all the other legendaries made, like, a Stand United value infinitely strong down the left side. We're gonna go for the Slayer crest here, because we already have 2 Slayer, right? We could grab the Senna pair, and that's what I was thinking about here, but I don't think it's worth it. I think getting the Slayer crest here is really good. And this could have been Senna 3 or Senna 2. So maybe it is a mistake, but I figured I would have been able to hit it, right? And one mistake you guys will see me do here, because I don't have a lot of experience against it, is you see I'm clumping up my backline and Baron's one-shotting my whole backline. This is a mistake, and you're gonna see me fix it after this in this game. But this is what happens, you live and you learn, right? I'm human just like you. I try to figure out like a way to position. Yeah, and this is like the best I could come up with. I wanted to bounce the item to Heimerdinger to see if it would do any better. Because I don't know if Heimerdinger stats himself affect the turret. I haven't read the full description. But this was a fun little Yordle game for you guys. I hope you guys have a good day, and I appreciate you stopping by. Alright, bye.